Before we get into episode 3 of the Villa to Glory, guys, if you could smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, it would be very much appreciated. Well, guys, what a difference a week makes. An absolute thumping of Everton at Villa Park. 4-0. Absolutely day and night between what we see last week against Newcastle. Obviously, I'm not going to get too carried away. It was Everton, and I do believe that's probably one of the easiest games we're going to have this season. They were absolutely terrible. It's probably the worst I've seen Everton play for a long time. I've been going to a lot of Premier League games over the years, and they looked really bad. Getting into the team, Martinez only had a couple of saves to make, but when he was called on, made some really class saves. So he kept him from getting 1 or 2 goals, saved at his near post twice, and then he saved the rebound as well. I believe that one was offside, but 2 really big saves. 2 centre-backs, Pau Torres, Konza, absolutely solid. Torres looks like he's played in that team for a long time. He was really comfortable on the ball. Matty Cash had a lot better game than last week, but like I say, it was Everton, so yeah. And then Digne, absolutely fantastic. He was brilliant. He was man of the match for me. He bombed up and down that left-hand side and put some really dangerous balls into the box. Should have had an assist from Diarby, but how Pickford saved that. It was a world-class save. Diarby's hit it on the volley, right-footed, rifling into the back of the net. And Pickford's reaction, fair play, tipped it onto the post to stop it from going in. Yeah, but the thing is that's really confusing me that Digne is rumoured to be going to Nice in France. See Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. It's been tweeted. Apparently we're in talks to get rid of Digne to Nice, which with Moreno still being injured is a really confusing one. Unless we are rumoured to have Marcus Acuna coming in from La Liga. That deal's got to be done before he lets Digne leave. Obviously, I can't see him letting him leave and us not having a left back going into the next few games. So let's see if they get the Acuna deal across the line before Digne goes. Going into midfield, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, absolutely solid in the centre of midfield. Kamara run that midfield for me, broke up the play all over the pitch. Duggo was very dangerous going forward. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Still not convinced with McGinn on that left-hand side. Obviously, he got his goal, but that was from the centre of the pitch. It's not like he cut in from the left. And obviously, Leon Bailey on the right-hand side. Obviously, I said he trained like Lionel Messi in training. He must do to get in the team. But yeah, he had a good game. But like I said, it was Everton. Let's see if he can do it against some of the bigger teams. But he did go off with an injury as well. So whether he'll be in the next game, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Nicolas Zaniolo was in the stands. That is signed, sealed and done. He is now an Aston Villa player. So if the Bailey injury is bad, we could see Zaniolo coming in the team sooner than expected. Philip Coutinho got 20 minutes and it looks like he's gone off with a very bad injury. He was rumoured to be joining Saudi. I think the bid was in. They were talking with Coutinho, and that could put an end to that transfer if the injury is as bad as expected. Then, obviously, Diarby and Watkins up front. Watkins won the penalty. Douglas Luiz took it. It looks like there is a change penalty taker at Villa. Obviously, Watkins was our number 1 penalty taker, but Luiz has stepped up. Watkins has missed quite a few out of his last penalties, and he put it into the bottom corner. No questions asked. Absolutely brilliant penalty. Diarby, like I said, unlucky not to get his goal. Absolutely brilliant save from Pickford. And then John Duran come on for the last 10 minutes of the game and got his first goal at Villa Park. Absolutely brilliant to see. Like I said, 4-0 win. Really comfortable. It was only Everton. I reckon it's going to be our easiest game at Villa Park this season. They were really bad. So going into the next game week, we've actually got a midweek for Villa with our European qualifier against Hibs. First leg is up in Scotland, the second leg back down at Villa Park. So we've got some midweek fixtures to look at before looking at our lineups for Burnley away on Sunday. So let's get into the lineups. Nice and quick for the midweek, guys. Game week 400. We've only got 3 lineups, 2 teams available. One of them, obviously, Villa against Hibs in our qualifier, as I mentioned. We got a 74% chance of a win, 17% chance of a draw, 9% chance of a loss. Absolutely massive favourites going into this game. So our All-Star Limited, we've got Emi Martinez in goal, Ezri Konsa, Douglas Luiz, Ollie Watkins and Moussa Diarby. I've captained Duggo. I think he's going to run the midfield in this game. I think the midfield is going to be really dominant, playing them balls into our strikers. Obviously, Diarby, Watkins and Luiz were all taken off early against Everton, I believe, to rest them ready for this game. Obviously, Martinez and ever-present in goal. Says Cons is only a 78% chance to start as right centre-back, but I think he'll start him. I think he'd be really gutted if they put all that work in last season and he don't get to play the very first European game for Villa for a long, long time. And then Cap 270 Limited, I've picked up another Martinez to go along with the one I already had in the collection. So he's going in goal in the Cap 270 alongside Pau Torres, who's absolutely nailed on now, being our only left-sided centre-back, left-footed. Douglas Luiz in this one, which is also an extra player I've picked up. I'll explain why when I update you in the gallery in a little bit. Another Moussa Diarby, and obviously Captain Fantastic, John McGinn, who is also going to be the captain in this team. And then we've got a Champ America Limited. It's LAFC. Their game was meant to be on the weekend, but they had some massive storms going through LA. So the game got cancelled and it's been put into this game week. And they're also huge favourites in this game, 66% chance of a win. So we got McCarthy in goal, Palacios defence, Bogsoff in midfield, Boanga and Vela as our extra. We got Boanga as captain. So open for a big win from the LAFC boys as well. So that's our 400 game week lineups. Let's get into the weekend lineups. Right guys, a quick gallery update. These are the 8 players I have added into the Villa to Glory this week. I've added a Jared Bowen from West Ham. Just really like Jared Bowen. Think he's a fantastic forward in the Premier League. And I reckon he could get a lot of points for us this season. Another Emi Martinez, Douglas Luiz, Ezri Konsa, Moussa Diarby. I'll put a rare John McGinn in. Sergio Busquets to go into our Inter Miami collection. And Gertrude from Feyenoord. And I will show you where they fit into the lineups. So these are the lineups. And these are where our new boys fit into it. I brought in Gertrude and another Diarby because I wanted to play in under 23 limited. I'm trying to play in all the limited competitions with really high-end lineups, and I think these boys will fit in fantastic. It's usually Hogawayne in here from the same team as Reynoso, but he picked up an injury in the last game. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing. I will keep an eye on the news. Obviously, I've got till Friday to submit the lineup, so that's usually his position there. So we got Schulte, Gertrude, Thiago Almada, Diarby, and Aidan Morris in our under 23s. Our All-Star Limited, we got our extra Emi Martinez, Kai Wagner, Reynoso, Lionel Messi, and Chucho Hernandez. Our Champ Europe Limited, Emi Martinez, Pau Torres, Douglas Luiz, Ollie Watkins, and Moussa Diarby. Then we go into our Champ America Limited. We got Andre Blake, Palacios, Carlos Hill, Boanga, and Haney Mukhtar. And this is why I added the rare John McGinn. I fancy to go in kick-off rare. See if we can win a few rares to chuck into the gallery. Maybe to sell on, add a bit more E4 cash into the wallet to upgrade our teams even more. So in this, we got Drake Chandler and Jordi Alba from Inter Miami. A rare John McGinn as captain. Our Jared Bowen we picked up, and our extra Douglas Luiz. Our Cap 270 Limited, we've got John McCarthy from LAFC, Hollinshead, Taylor from Inter Miami, Carranza and Gazdag. I will keep an eye on Carranza. He has also been injured, but he is predicted to be back for this game, so that's another one we can keep an eye on, and I can rotate him out if needed. And then obviously the Cap 240 Limited is Krapue. It's either going to be McCarthy or Krapue that plays, but I haven't got another keeper yet. That is next on the list. The shopping list for the Villa to Glory is I want another under 23 keeper for rotation for Schulte, preferably from Europe, because obviously when the MLS ends, I'll need an under 23 keeper, and then also another European keeper just to rotate in and out for matchups, whoever's got the best matchups. And then I haven't got to worry about one of these being a DMP. And then we got our extra edge Reconza, John McGinn, Hogwarwain, who might be rotated out or might play in under 23 if he's playing. And then Christian Ramirez. If he does come out, I've also got Diego Rossi I can pull in there, who is also signed for Columbus Crew, who is expected to start this weekend. So that's our lineups going into this weekend. Let's get into the rewards from the midweek and the weekend. I think I've got 5 or 6 rewards in total, so it should be a good rewards opening. It's rewards time, guys, and I think we've got 5 card rewards in total. Sorry if I look a bit scruffy. It's 6 a.m. Rewards were delayed last night, so finishing off before I go to work. Let's take a look at what we got. So we've got our So coins. 1,870 So coins. We got All-Star Limited Tier 3, Champ Europe Tier 5, Champ America Tier 4, and Under 23 Limited Tier 4. If I just click back, I have got more rewards because I got last week's as well. If I click claim, can I claim them at the same time? No, I guess I'll have to claim them ones after. Let's have a look at the Tier 5 Champ Europe Limited. We have a German mid, Arnie Meyer. Not going to be worth much, I don't think, as a Tier 5, but all cards are welcome. They keep building up the gallery. Arnie Meyer from Augsburg, from the Bundesliga. 80% started the last 5. Worth £1.54 on the floor at the moment. Champ America Limited. We've got the Tier 4 from Champ America. Jackson Ewell. This is a player I've heard of. Probably worth less than the first one I expect, but we will take a look. Jackson Ewell from the Earthquakes. Yeah, 1.3. The MLS cards seem to have dropped a bit in value lately. Don't look like he's a starter. Looks like he gets sub appearances, but that is reward number 2. Let's get into reward number 3. We've got an under 23 limited Tier 4. Another American mid. From Seattle Sounders, only 17 years old, Obed Vargas. There he is. Another one. He starts. He's played all of the last 5. 18 years old, under 23 until 2030, and he's worth £5. And a Tier 3 limited from All Star Limited. Croatian mid, Rakitic. 80% of the last 5. Got L552. Obviously, they've only just come back. They've only played 2 games of the new season, I believe, worth £3.21. Started the first one, played 90 minutes, got 45 minutes in the second one. Not fantastic scores. So that's our rewards from those. Let's see if we can claim our other ones. I think it's only 1 card reward. Yeah, it's only a Tier 5. But it's a total of 5 cards added to the gallery. Probably will all get sold on to go towards that European keeper or another under 23 keeper. And our last one Didn't even see what flag that was. From Minnesota. Valentine. Spelling him wrong. Zarek Valentin. Can't find him. Where are you? Ah, there he is. 6% of the last 5. Very low score. Yeah, we're 39p on the floor. Looks like he is a terrible player. Yeah, he gets a lot of low scores in there. He did have a good run of starts, but he's been subbed on the bench, sub minutes on the bench. So that is our last reward for this game week. Well, that's episode 3 done, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you are following along with the Road to Glory on the channel as well, keep an eye out for Thursday's episode, as we have hit a reward in our second week on the RTG. Thanks very much for watching, and have fun.